All right, welcome back to Crane's Barn Grill, and this is going to be episode 6 of the Rings of Power. Episode 7, episode 5 was a little better. Still don't like Galadriel's whole story; is kind of lame. But the Numenor is kind of cool. I wonder what's going to go on there. I like who plays Pharazôn Elendil. I like who plays him. Interested to see what happens with Isildur and Kemen. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like that. Them becoming friends. They act like kids, But I mean, stowed away on the ship, they'll be set on fire. We'll see where that goes. Or are they going to portray Isildur as someone who's just like that or something? So I like Arondir. I just like the guy who plays Arondir. I thought I'd like, in Bronwyn, I thought I'd like that story with Adar. It's okay. I mean, it has potential, but we'll see, where it goes. Like the bad guy, Waldreg, how he went and surrendered to Adar, kind of like that's kind of a, that just kind of shows who those people were, or a lot of them still are. Arondir, can be a good influence on Theo and Bronwyn. Hopefully, Bronwyn was about to give up. Arondir helped change her mind. So we'll see how that goes because they're getting ready to get attacked. Are they actually going to make the tower fall or something? They said there's a tower. They looked up like they had an idea. So they're going to make the tower like maybe fall, or are they going to go into the tower and defend it, hoping that they could hold out in there for some reason, or make it fall and create a barrier, maybe. I'm not sure, but there's something with the tower. You have the Harfoots, who their story is still dumb. It's just boring, and all I want to know is who the meteor dude is. That's all I want to know. And is he going to, be like a Gandalf or a Blue Wizard, or is he going to be Sauron or Sauron? I mean, I am interested to see who he is, but you can take that too far, where you wait too long to reveal who he is, and by that time people don't care. They've given up, said that you've already taken 5 episodes. We still don't even know. We can barely talk. We're not even getting hints. The trees were moving. Is Halbrand? He could have teamed up with Pharazôn and, hey, I'll take care of Miriel when we're over there, or is Pharazôn just hoping that something will happen to her, or maybe some of the people that are loyal to him are going to make sure something happens to her when they're over there, so he can take over? And is Halbrand really the king of the North? I mean, the king of the Southlands? Or is he somebody else? Like I was discussing last time, if he was someone like a Sauron playing, disguised as a Halbrand, but he had already been to the Southlands and stirred up like what's going on now with Adar, and maybe Adar doesn't know who he is, or Adar does, and he's working with Sauron. He's already been to the elves disguised as another elf, maybe, and already got them going on making the rings and building the big forge. That way they can save their people. Maybe we haven't really seen Sauron yet at all. He may already be behind a lot of this stuff. So we may not even see him. But if we haven't seen him, then Halbrand's just a guy that could lead the South. I guess that could be okay. Depends on how they do it. But doing it next to Galadriel is the problem. Because like when she walked onto the ship and all that grand music at the end, and she's walking up on the ship, she was so unimposing, it was just lackluster. It was like, hey, the music's trying to make me feel this way, but the scene's not making me feel this way. She's just looks like a regular elf getting on a ship. She doesn't look like I would think Galadriel would look getting on a ship and be this majestic, elf, high lady elf that's one of the most powerful beings in the world. She's just like some elf with armor getting on the ship. So let's get into episode 6 and see if this gets any better or gets worse, and we'll see. All we can do is watch and find out. If you're to title the show The Rings of Power, and they haven't even, it's the 5th episode and they haven't even mentioned the rings. So I would think it would be more about maybe starting off with them making the Rings of Power and then where it led. But again, I don't know what they have the rights to. So that looks like the Hand of Saruman. Is what that looks like. With a glove. Oh, is that the Adar's glove? Does he have a glove like Saruman to make us think he really is? Yeah, that's Adar. So I wonder what happened to him to turn him like this.
We were cast off by shackles across mountain. Yet tonight, one more trial awaits us. Yet before this night is through, some of us will fall. Not as unnamed slaves in faraway lands, but as brothers. As brothers and sisters.
As slaves in faraway lands. So is that what happened to him? So is he captive somewhere and he had to escape, maybe made friends with the orcs, and he now thinks he's a leader or something, maybe had a vision, or maybe Saruman came to him as a vision or something and said, you're going to lead them, and he's just kind of a crazy elf that was captive for ever and a day, and he's never going to let anybody else capture him or let anybody else take him captive or boss him around. Well, that was anticlimactic. They said, forget this place, we're gone. Maybe they hid in the tower? That'd be the best thing they could have done is ran. For real. Why do they have a fire going over there? They're going to give away that, hey, there's a fire going? That doesn't make any sense. Are they suckering him in, maybe? Okay, he sees... Is that Saruman?
Meaning no offense, Lord.
Well, there's one. Does he shoot like that just to be cool and different? Instead of just shooting like a normal person? Oh shit. That one rope held the whole thing up? Ouch. Ouchie again. That's not going to feel good in the morning. That's going to leave a mark. What was that? What did he do? That one rope held the whole thing up, but still. Ready for what? We have to make it like a fort. And they're on their way to the Southlands to help. There's a bunch of normal people that just had their first sword lesson.
Easy, Baron. Easy.
But let the horse eat it, Isildur, not you. Well, that's not very hygienic. It looks like pretty good CGI there. That looks pretty good.
I thought all soldiers were to be obeyed.
Pardon me, Commander.
Why are you just let's
I
just
was
throw an
Going to
apple.
get the first sight of
Is it visible to yours already?
has been for nearly an hour.
key to the
Do you not know anything about elves just because you grew up on Numenor? I mean, you didn't know anything about elves?
Swinging steel, no flying sail.
That doesn't
What is
seem
your
right.
rank?
Or they explain this stuff so the audience knows, just in case you don't know anything about elves. I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
Which humbles the heart.
Just 3 ships. You'd think they'd have a whole. It's an island. You'd think they'd have just thousands of ships or hundreds of ships at least to go out and do trade and do whatever. And his voice is still the coolest.
It is strange.
I don't like
Most
her
of my
hair
life
there,
east,
but that
see the sun
discussion
rise over the sea.
after the
And west,
Your Eyes,
see it set over the
that
land.
seemed like the most Galadriel discussion
Sailing
she's
into the
had.
dawn and yet to leave.
Where she would be a leader, or she would be
Feels like coming
just,
night.
she would just assume that role, and people would just listen to her because of the air about her. They would listen to her.
She drowned.
Her armor is horrible.
That is inside.
They could have made her armor look so much better.
Tell them to make all possible haste.
And their armor would look so much better with like a different colored breastplate, like the green she's wearing, or I saw earlier in some other episodes, so that darker deep blue. But even that pattern on the front of that would look really cool. What's he trying to do to it? Have you tried to heat it up instead of just hitting on it cold? Find a volcano.
Where will you hide it?
One must know. Not even you.
Well, someone's going to know, I'm sure. He's going to follow him or something.
Our enemy has been sighted. We survived them before. Now we must do so again. Tonight.
Our position gives us an advantage.
Why do they listen to her?
To use it, we must draw the enemy in close.
I can see listening to him. He's an elf and he's a warrior. Who is she?
Wait until every last orc is crossed
Is
out
she
with
Halbrand's
great
wife,
attack.
maybe? And they just assume that she
This
could
will
be
test your nerve.
a leader?
All who cannot fight will be barricaded inside. This is to be our keep, our fallback point. To your positions.
I can fight.
I know you can. Which is why I need you in there.
In order for them to listen to her, she must have been someone before.
Come. Remember when I was little? When I used to have bad dreams?
I remember.
Remember what you used to say? When you would hold me in the dark? Would you say it to me now?
In the end, this shadow is but a small and passing thing. There is light and high beauty. Forever beyond its reach. Find the light. And the shadow will not find you.
Farewell, mother.
I felt something again. Probably because I'm a dad. That's one of the reasons, and there's one of the reasons why I like this storyline. Like I said, I don't know what could happen here. I know nothing's going to happen to Galadriel, nothing's going to happen to Elendil, nothing's going to happen to Isildur. I know, well, I mean, I guess Elendil eventually, but Isildur's in, the first Lord of the Rings, whatever, at the beginning. You know where he's going to end up.
Before the battle begins.
These two, I have no idea with their son in this town. I don't know where that ends up. I have no idea.
New life.
You and I. And Theo. Together.
Promise me.
About time. About time they kissed. Jeez. A few little buildings in the middle of nowhere. Where are they going to... Don't they have a perimeter? Do they have a wall? I didn't see. You have a bridge that doesn't go over anything that's remotely stopping. What if they come from behind? They come from a different direction? The elves went out and scouted. A reindeer. What do your elf eyes see? So they're not sneaking up, evidently. Or it's a distraction, one of the two.
They're here.
They'll probably just march in. Still a lot left. I mean, they didn't get too many, evidently. Let's see what their plan is, see if it's logical at all. They got a battering ram. Do they have a wall around the town? I didn't see one. That would suck not to have a lighter. No, they're in the town, so... And of course she's gonna, it's kind of like the car won't start and then it starts just in the nick of time. Watch. They can use his torch. Wow, that was quick on her. Grab his torch. Or did we? There you go. You got to get him in like a crossfire and funnel him into one thing where you can't really miss. They're so packed in. Got to get the archers first.
They're headed for the tavern.
How did they know they were in the tavern? And they brought a ram just in case they needed it to get in the tavern? Seems kind of convenient. Pretty big dude, though. Ouch. Gonna feel that in the morning. Is Theo gonna come out and save him? Well, that wasn't a very good move. Throw him down the well. Why is he hitting him? Why is he just... That's disgusting. You got orc brain all over you. There's not really any brain in there. No, it's Bronwyn. They win. That's nice. Is that just the first wave? Is that not all of them? What does he see? And now the orcs are going to come running in. Yep. Oh, that sucks. I liked him. That was a pretty good stunt there. I mean, the way he just slid off like he was already dead. Get back into the tavern, dummies. Quit standing there looking. This went all the way through, you break it off and pull it out. It's just a flesh wound. You can do it, just break their off, pull it through, cauterize the wounds.
Mother, prepare yourself.
This is gonna hurt like a son of a.
The pressure.
Oh, pull it out faster.
We have to slow the wounds with fire. Bring me some burning wood. Hurry.
Yes, duh. Should have already started that to explain that to him or something already. If you have any kind of fire, cauterize it.
Now. Now this side. That's enough.
I don't know if that would be hot enough. With a piece of wood, it would have put it out. Needed a piece of metal or several pieces of wood, and wood would introduce all sorts of bad stuff into the wound, I would think. She just passed out. All right, Arondir. Need you to pull some elf stuff. Need you to get pissed or something. Don't tell me that the Numenorians are already there. They are. Why are they riding so fast? That just wears your horses out. They would just be slowly going across the land in no hurry. No big hurry like that. That didn't hold long.
Sani Kirsten. Asi Anthony. The woman next.
He's not going to let that happen.
Wait! It's under here. It's under here.
Yo.
I'm sorry.
Now, what is it? Oh, and you hear the thundering. There, here they come. Here comes the Numenorians.
Waldreg, I have a task for you.
They just knew that they were going to be there. They just rode into town killing everybody. Seems a little too convenient. That this should have been a little more build up to this. She's so distracting every time it shows her. Galadriel, I mean. It's like she's out of place. I like him. Uh-oh. The other friend. Save your friend. Oh, get up.
Go.
They're messing with the Elendil. Is he gonna save his dad? Okay, well, Halbrand saved his life.
Maktar, their commander.
Demonios! Vos vos.
Ken,
Who is that?
Commander of the Northern Armies. Galadriel.
And that should have been so much more. She's just, I don't know, she doesn't have the air. Like she's gonna show up and you're gonna go, who is she? Her hair shouldn't have been in a braid, it should have been out or something. I mean, yeah. The guy playing Arondir, whatever it is, he has it. The guy playing Elendil, he has it. The lady playing Galadriel doesn't. Whatever it is. Kate Blanchett had it. She doesn't have it. He happened to know where they were going? He just happened to cut him off the path. Well, I guess maybe he did grow up there. So maybe he knows where he's going. I didn't think about that. He did grow up there. At least we think he did. If his story is to be believed. So now who is Adar? Can we find out who he is finally?
You remember me?
Well, he knows.
No.
we need him alive. I need him
Is she
alive.
just not getting there?
You don't know what he did. Did I cause someone you love pain? A woman,
Just kill him.
perhaps. A child.
Eat your tongue. Halbrand, put it down. One cannot satisfy thirst by drinking seawater.
Now this could have been it was a pretty good battle when they came in and everything, but it could have been better if that hadn't rushed it, where they were like, hey, we're gonna be, captured, and then Numenor just happens to ride in full blast, like they knew they were there almost. It seemed rushed, really rushed right there. They should have taken more time.
When I was a child, I heard stories of elves taken by Morgoth, tortured, twisted. You are one of them, are you not? The first orcs.
Uruk. We prefer Uruk.
Even Morion
So
take
he
orders from the master. And I
Was like the
seek
first
yours.
twisting before they went to
Where is
full orcs.
Perhaps we should bring our prisoners into
That'd
the
be an interesting
sunlight.
concept. I mean, he was
After
corrupted
Morgoth's
and
defeat,
whatever. He was corrupted and
One you-
or whatever, and
Sauron
like a first step between there and there. That could be
devoted
that could
himself
be
to
interesting.
healing Middle
You
Earth.
know,
He sought to craft the power, not of the flesh, but over flesh. He bade as many as he could follow him far north.
I don't think he's seen him.
A shadow of dark knowledge that kept itself hidden, no matter how much blood he spilt in its pursuit. I sacrificed enough of my children for his aspirations. I split him open. I killed Sauron.
I do not believe you.
No.
You cannot believe an Uruk could do that.
I cannot believe that you or this army's only master?
We are creations of the One, master of the secret fire, the same as you. As worthy of the breath of life, and just as worthy of a home.
So you go around killing people till you get your home. Ah. You want to take Sarah on spot?
Then you will understand.
Your kind was a mistake. And even if it takes me all of this age, I vow to eradicate every last one of you. I will whisper in your piked ear that all your offspring are dead.
For Seem I'm not the only elf alive that's being transformed by darkness. Perhaps your search for more
That's a good point.
should have ended in your own mirror.
Perhaps I shall begin by killing you. You slavering orc.
Galadriel.
Yeah, if I can't kill him, you can't kill him. That's not Galadriel.
Thank you for pulling me back.
Unless you pull me back first.
Come on now.
Be free of it.
I never believed I could be.
I wonder if it's because he's talking to someone. He's talking to Galadriel. He's talking
Until
to,
today.
well, her former Galadriel talking to someone that I don't care for.
Fighting at your side, I felt.
And you can't have
I could
them
just
have
hold
any
on to
kind of
that
love
feeling.
affair. That would be even
Keep
more
it with me
wrong
always.
than the way they're portraying her now. It'd be even
Bind it
more
to my
wrong.
very being.
You've already made her less than she was. You have her falling in love with some dude. She's going to be even less. Oh yeah, there you go. Get the blood on the sword. It's not supposed to get blood on it, or blood sets it off.
What I owe you. My people are alive because of you.
God, this would be so much more meaningful if it hadn't happened so quick when they came in. If they'd have set it up more, it felt more satisfying. That feels like just a, hey, they showed up.
This is Lord Halbrand.
You know, they just showed up and saved everybody.
Is it true? Are you the king we were promised?
I don't know. You're the king you're going to get.
Yes.
Because he had a little thing on him. You really don't know who he is.
All hail to the true king of the Southland.
So he's not Bronwyn's husband. But just because he had a little pouch around his neck, he's the king now.
You don't understand. It's not just guilt, I feel. It's loss.
So it's almost like the first iteration of the ring.
When it was in my hands,
Maybe Sauron put his malice trying out something.
Then rid yourself of it. Give it to Numenor. To toss into the sea on their voyage home.
So they sailed over, rode in, saved everything, and they're leaving? Does he have the power to do it? That's not it, is it? Or is it? Who took it? Is that Waldrig? Yep. This is getting kind of silly. So it'd be a sword that would go down in the thing to release water. What would that do?
No, either way.
How did you do that?
It's not his pain.
So was this the reason for the tunnels and the pit they dug? Did it flood into Mount Doom? Could water really make a reaction like that? Cover the lens with darkness. Run for the horses. Okay, so there's the end of that episode. That was a very rushed episode. That felt like Game of Thrones, season 8 episode? That's what that felt like. Everything was rushed. I mean, starts off with they're sailing, ends up with Mount Doom goes off. Yeah, that was way too rushed. They rushed them coming, they had them on the sea. We should have seen them sailing up the river. We should have seen them disembarking, getting the horses off the ship. They could have skipped a lot of other stuff to do that. So it didn't feel like, hey, they're still in the ocean. They're getting attacked and here comes Numenor to save the day. Just full bore. They were just running across the land. It just seemed rushed. You should have seen them disembarking and going town to town or going to a town and should have done something to make it feel like it had been a week or 2 weeks or however long it takes for them to disembark and come through the mountains. This just felt really, really rushed. We didn't see anything from the meteor dude. It was just Numenor and the Southlanders. There's just so much potential here for it to be really, really good. And they're missing the mark. I mean, I like Arondir. I like Bronwyn. I like Theo. I like that story. They just they didn't really rush that one. I mean, it was pretty cool. I like the tower thing. I like that story. They had a really good thing going there until the Numenorians showed up just like out of nowhere. I like the fact that Adar put their own people in first, and they realized, oh gosh, it was just us against ourselves, against our own people. And then the orcs came in, and he kind of captured them. They could have been transporting them up to that tower when the Numenorians showed up, and somebody could have told them, or they heard something about that tower, and that's why they're there, or they could have captured an orc or something. But for them just to, that one town out in the middle of nowhere, and for them just to run full bore for it, it just seemed all rushed. So this episode had really good potential to be really good, and Galadriel, she's the one character that I don't want to see. She's the one character that doesn't fit, I kind of like everybody else in the part they're playing. I've come to the decision I don't even like I don't like the actress playing her. I'm sure she's a fine person. I'm talking about for this role, and maybe it could have been, she's just not, she seems small. Her hair should have been flowing or something. She needs to seem more imposing as far as not physically imposing, but as a presence more imposing. Like Queen Elizabeth when she was alive. She's not a very big person. but when she was there, you could just tell she filled the room. She was queen. Galadriel doesn't have that. Arondir has his part. I mean, his presence. The guy that plays Elendil, he has a presence. I would even say Muriel. She seems to be in charge. You would look at her and go, she's in charge. Whoever they got to play Adar, he seemed like the bad guy in charge. Galadriel doesn't. She doesn't seem... I just don't know how to put it. Whatever it is that would make an elf, you turn and go, oh my gosh, it's Galadriel. She doesn't have that, and she should have that. Halbrand, I don't know. We'll see. He's just all right now. I don't think at this time he's supposed to have that presence. He could come into it. I could see him coming into that. Bronwyn, they listen to her. I don't know why, but it doesn't seem wrong. It doesn't seem, I just don't know why. But she has a presence about her. But Galadriel doesn't. And that's kind of what the show's wrapped around. So it makes it weird. What's his face of the Harfoots? The leader of the Harfoots. He seems like a leader. So that was episode 6. I'm going to try to do episode 7 tonight. Yeah. So I'll try to do episode 7 maybe tonight if I get around to it. See if that one gets any better or if it's going to get dumber. Because I don't know about like the Swords of Ki, and it turns, releases, release the river. But it released to some water, goes into some, but at least now we know what the tunnels and the trench was for. But it releases the river into the volcano. Is that something that would actually happen with all? I know it create a lot of steam, but would it make the whole mountain explode? It seems like there should be more to that. Like he was going to release that, but they did something to the water, some kind of magic or something. Anyway, so we'll see the next one. I'll think on that, on some of on the water thing. But anyway, so thank you for watching episode 6 of Rings of Power, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and please leave a comment down below. So if you have any questions or inform me of something so I can, if I miss something. But thank you for watching this Crane Bar and Grill, and I will see you on the next episode.